Am I on? Very good. Hello to you. It is for Hannah. Hope you're having a good trip to wherever you're going, Eastern or wherever. Eastern today.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next page in our comp book. What is it?
163.
And we're going to call it Counting Techniques. It's about time I've taught you how to count, don't you think? Right. Actually, we're entering a sectional probability, and the first part of it, we won't really do any probabilities, but we'll be preparing for probabilities. And it is called the counting. That's what we're going to be doing today, is pretty much counting. What we're going to be counting is basically, we are going to count arrangements. In math land, we don't use the words arrangements, we call them permutations. So permutations are what we're counting, and all permutation is arrangements. For example, I have 3 books. What's a book that starts with the letter A that you've read? A Call to Arms. I've never read that. That's what came to mind. What's a book that starts with the letter B? It's hard to do, isn't it?
Book.
Book? There's not a
The
book
Bible.
called.
Wow. We're not Christians or anything.
What's a book that starts with the letter C?
That's what
Very good. All
I
right.
thought of that when we were on A.
You were ready. You had it ready. All right. A Call to Arms, the Bible, and Charlotte's Web. I'm a wide reader. Many different. So I'm going to arrange them on my shelf. So I don't use the word arrangements anymore. How many permutations are there of these 3 books? So I could put A Call to Arms, Bible, Charlotte's Web, or I give me another arrangement. Abby?
The Bible, Charlotte's Web, and A Call to Arms.
Okay. Another one, Molly?
Charlotte's Web, A Call to Arms, the Bible.
Is there another one, Bailey?
The Bible, A Call to Arms, and Charlotte's Web.
What's that?
BAC.
All right. Is there any more?
Yeah.
Okay, what's another one? I'm running out. What?
ACB?
BCA?
CBA.
Bible? What?
CBA.
CBA. We already have this one.
I
Okay. Is there any more?
I saw one. ACB. Yeah.
ACB?
Yeah.
All right. Is there any more?
And there should be.
I think that's it. I think- What's that?
I think there's one more.
Because here we have ABC, and here we took ACB. Here we had BCA, here we had BAC, here we had CAB. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I can't think of any more. All right, so how many arrangements are there possible? There were 6. What I'm giving you today, and you can call, did you call the page counting techniques? I'm going to give you a way to count those, because what if I added a 4th book? What's a book that starts with D? This is a hard exercise.
We could make one up. Daffodil Hill.
Daffodil Hill, of course. Sorry.
Haven't we all read that?
Daffodil?
She made it up.
like the weed.
Daffodil?
Daffodil?
Oh, wait, is that not a word?
It doesn't have to be. When you title your book, you can make up your own words.
Daffodil.
All right. So
I've been saying
look how long would it take us to list all the arrangements if I added
just hate me.
Daffodil Hill to it?
Daffodil.
Okay.
If I added that 4th D here, look how long it would take us. It would grow into a big task right away. So I'm going to give you a counting technique that will help us to get it like that. Easy peasy, right? The way we count is we make a box for each position on the shelf. So, and the way I count, I look at the first position on the shelf and I ask myself, how many ways can I fill that box Well, I could put, you know, a Call to Arms Bible or Charlotte's Web. I have 3 choices. So that goes in the first box. This is how we count. Then, I picked one of these. I don't know which one, but how many ways can I fill the second box position on my shelf, given I've already filled the first one with one of them? There's only 2 ways left. Now, I have no choice. Once I put one book here and one book here, there is only one way I can fill the third position. So then when I multiply those together, that gives me the 6. So let's do that again for, I'm going to add a D here. So that's going to change the count. So I have 4 positions on my shelf. So that's 4 boxes. So on position number 1, there's nothing on my shelf. Abby, how many ways can I fill this box?
4.
Right, there are 4 choices. All right, Abby, once I've picked one book, how many ways are left on the next position?
3.
And then?
2.
All right. Do you notice that that's what, 24? Do you notice that our old friend could come out and play factorial? Do you notice that this answer was 4 factorial? And the answer before that, when we had 3 items, was 3 factorial? So let's make a statement about that. The number of arrangements of n objects is n factorial. The number of permutations, remember that's just arrangements, of n objects is n factorial. So that will be in your work today.
You know, one day I'm gonna look back at that and I'm just gonna be like,
It's N.
it's N! It's N!
I'm excited. Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder who came up with that.
Someone very
notation.
happy.
Somebody very excited about it.
I know.
All right. Let's switch and see if you can count with another scenario. We talked about books, but we're going to have 1,000 different scenarios that we can use this technique on. Write down this question and help me answer it. Let's switch from books to letters. Let's say, how many letters can I arrange? And I have 3 spots for my letters. So,
Out of all the letters in
all the letters in our alphabet.
How many letters are in our alphabet? 26. 26.
How many? 26, right. So, let's say, how many choices do we have on the first?
26.
26. However, on this one, there's no restriction that I can't use that letter again. Now, on a book on a shelf, if I put it in the first position, I can't also put it in the second position. But letters work differently. So I can, just because I use the letter here, I can still use it here. Unless I require, if I add a statement that said no letter can be used more than once. So how many ways can I fill in this block?
26.
And
26.
so you have to read the problem and reason whether you can repeat the item or not. All right, 26 times 26 times 26. All right, let's look at adding conditions to these boxes. Oops, the bell's about to ring. Let me give you your assignments. I want you to do a few of these counting ones on your own. We didn't get very far into it. Let me call out the bell rings, just sit there and circle a couple of these. And the ones that you'll be able to do are number 9, number 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. There are 6 I would like you to try. And draw the boxes. You probably have room somewhere on that paper to actually do it if you would like. And draw the number of boxes that the problem asks you to draw. And then also ask yourself, can I repeat these items or not? So you have to be able to decide that. I'm going to turn the light on, off, and shine this paper on for Hannah.
Has anyone seen my unit cycle?
Okay, Hannah. We are doing number 9. What was it? 9 through what?
14.
Here's 9, 10. Here's 11, 12. And here's 13, 14. So good luck with that. And over and out. You didn't time.